The Haunting of RavenWood Inn. RavenWood Inn stood on the outskirts of a quiet town, a grand yet decaying structure with a history as old as the land itself. For years it had been abandoned, avoided by the locals who whispered tales of strange happenings within its walls. Some said they saw shadows moving past the windows at night. Others claimed to hear a woman's voice crying in the wind. Despite the chilling rumors, Daniel Carter, a travel journalist with a passion for uncovering forgotten stories, decided to spend the night at RavenWood Inn. He had always believed that every legend had a logical explanation, and he was determined to prove that there was no such thing as ghosts. With his camera and voice recorder in hand, Daniel arrived just before sunset. The inn was a towering relic of the past, its wooden beams creaking in the wind. Vines crawled up the stone walls, and the once grand entrance was now shrouded in cobwebs. As he stepped inside, dust swirled in the fading light, and the air carried the scent of damp wood and something faintly metallic. Ignoring the unsettling atmosphere, he set up his equipment in what used to be the main lobby. Yet Daniel felt a strange warmth as if someone had been sitting there not long ago. He brushed off the feeling and began recording. RavenWood Inn, he spoke into his camera. A place said to be haunted by the spirit of Eleanor Whitmore, a woman who disappeared here over a century ago. Many believe she never left. Tonight, I intend to find the truth. As the night deepened, the house seemed to breathe around him. The wooden floor groaned under unseen footsteps, and the chandelier above swayed slightly, though there was no draft. Daniel chalked it up to an old building settling. Then, at precisely midnight, the air changed. A soft whisper echoed through the halls. "Leave now before it finds you." Daniel's heart pounded. He turned sharply, his flashlight scanning the dark corners. His rational mind told him it was the wind, but deep down he knew better. He followed the sound, climbing the grand staircase that led to the upper rooms. As he reached the second floor, his camera flickered, distorting the image. The hallway stretched before him, lined with doors, some slightly ajar. A shiver ran down his spine as he noticed one door at the far end opening on its own. Swallowing his fear, he approached. Inside was a bedroom frozen in time. The bed was neatly made, a dressing table stood against the wall, and an old mirror reflected his hesitant steps. It was as if someone had been living here all along. On the nightstand, he saw an old locket. He picked it up and gently opened it. Inside was a faded photograph of a young woman with sorrowful eyes, Eleanor Whitmore. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind him. The temperature dropped and his breath turned to mist. A shadow flickered in the mirror, and as he turned, he saw her. She stood by the window, dressed in a Victorian gown, her face pale as the moonlight that bathed her. Her lips moved, but the words were lost in the howling wind outside. Daniel, frozen in fear, finally found his voice. "What do you want?" Eleanor raised a trembling hand and pointed to the floorboards near the fireplace. A strange compulsion took over Daniel. Grabbing his flashlight, he pried open the loose wooden plank. Beneath it lay brittle yellowed pages, Eleanor's diary. As he flipped through, the final entry made his blood run cold. "He locked me in this room, said no one would ever find me. But I know the truth must come out. If someone reads this, please let the world know I did not run away. I was murdered." A chill passed through the room, and when Daniel looked up, Eleanor was gone. The air seemed lighter as if a great weight had lifted. The next morning, Daniel took the diary to the local authorities. The discovery shook the town, and historians confirmed that Eleanor Whitmore has indeed vanished, presumed to have run away. But the diary told a different story, one of betrayal and murder. Further excavation beneath the floor revealed human remains long hidden beneath the very room she had been trapped in. The town finally knew the truth, and Eleanor's spirit never haunted RavenWood Inn again. But Daniel would never forget the night when a ghost spoke, not with screams or terror, but with a whisper of truth. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe.